Hello, this is John with High Five Comics. Our High Five Comics likes to highlight the books that you should be paying attention to every Wednesday on the new release wall. We have some great books this week. Too many to actually limit it down to five, so we're going to have three honorable mentions. So let's get started with number five, Nottingham #1. This book is from Mad Cave Studios. This is about the Robin Hood mythos. In this book, the Sheriff of Nottingham is tasked with hunting down a serial killer with a penchant of killing tax collectors. In the meantime, a group of terrorists known as the Merry Men are lurking in Sherwood Forest. This one sounds like a very interesting take on the Robin Hood mythos, so we're interested in seeing where this one goes. And that brings us to number four, Proctor Valley Road #1. Grant Morrison has kind of taken a back seat over the last couple of years, writing a lot less than what he used to. So whenever he picks up the pen in order to write a new story, it is one to take notice of. In this story, there are four teenagers who are trying to get tickets to their dream concert. In order to get the money for this, they decide to do a spook tour to try and get money through an online Kickstarter sort of thing. Their classmates are kidnapped, and they need to rescue them from the monsters that lurk on Proctor Valley Road. There are lots of great covers to this one, so you may want to look for the one that most interests you. The Minotaur one is really, really awesome. And that brings us to number three, Children of the Atom #1. Imagine if the X-Men had sidekicks who were teenagers and patterned themselves after their idols. In this one, the X-Men kind of take on the role of Professor X, kind of mentoring these young mutants. If you're a fan of Strange Academy, this one will probably speak to you kind of in the same way. If you know, Strange Academy has kind of the same thing. Dormammu has a son, lots of different characters tied to existing stalwarts of the Marvel Universe. So if you're a fan of either one of those, mutants or Strange Academy, this is one to check out. And that brings us to number two. That is Batman Urban Legends #1. As I'm sure you can tell over the last couple of weeks, I'm a big fan of almost everything from Infinite Frontier. DC is definitely back on the right track, I think. This one is definitely on my must-read list because of two important writers. Chip Zdarsky, who's big on Daredevil, has come over. He's going to be writing the lead story. And then we also have Stephanie Phillips on as well. We also have a backup story regarding Grifter, and there's a fourth story as well. I've already read this one. Chip Zdarsky does a great job. Stephanie Phillips does a great job. I loved 3 out of the 4 stories, and the fourth one was a good one as well. I think if you are a Batman fan, this is one that you definitely want to pick up. This is one you want to add to your pull list. I can't say enough positive things about it. There was only one book that could possibly push this out of the #1 spot. And that #1 book would be Joker #1, written by James Tynion IV. This is treating the Joker kind of like a horror story. He's kind of like a boogeyman. He is in the book, but he's not like on every page. This is more a Jim Gordon story and the effect that Joker has had on Gotham City and those around him. It also ties into the Arkham explosion that we saw last week in Infinite Frontier, Suicide Squad, and Batman. If you are going to follow the Infinite Frontier books, I think this is a key book. I think this is also a book that will be very entertaining to you. James Tynion does a great job of balancing how he normally writes superheroes like Batman, while also introducing kind of the horror elements that he also likes to use in Something is Killing the Children. I think this is a great mix of both of his strengths, and I think that you'll be very pleased with the product that he creates. And that brings us to the honorable mentions of this week. First, we have Nonstop Spider-Man #1. This is a mystery written by Joe Kelly with art by Chris Bachalo. It starts on Empire State University campus, and then it goes worldwide as Peter Parker tries to get the answers he's looking for. The second honorable mention is Carbon #1, drawn and written by Guillaume March. He is one of my favorite artists. I love his style. In this one, an angel is assigned to a person who goes through extreme heartbreak, and the angel is trying to help the person cope with that, and as a result, we see a lot of metaphysical kind of commentary, just emotional commentary as well. I'm looking forward to this one. Guillaume March's art has always really appealed to me. I think that he is an underrated talent in the industry. Hopefully this helps him break out. It is a 5-part miniseries. And the last honorable mention is Amazing Spider-Man number 61. This is more because of what happens in terms of event. Spider-Man gets a new costume. The full reveal was supposed to be in the next issue, but paging through this one, it's definitely on more than one page. So this is going to be considered a key issue. If you're a Spider-Man fan, this can be one that you want to check out. So these are our top 5 for the high 5 this week. Lots of great reads. You're not going to be disappointed with any of these choices. I'm always a big fan when it's a light week, but you're like, wow, this one was a great week that gave me lots of good reads. As always, we want to thank you for watching. Definitely pay attention to this week's Friday video. We're going to have the beginning of a giveaway for Department of Truth number 1, the Jenny Frison video or variant. In addition to that, if you could subscribe to the channel, we would appreciate that. If you could like the video and offer your commentary, let us know what you would like to see, whether you think we're doing a good job, whether you think we're doing a terrible job, what you think we can improve on. We're always looking to make these videos better for you, so let us know. Thank you for watching.